you know you wear it inside. Run away with all your lies, run away in your disguise. You know you don't fool me. You blame me for your boredom, you blame me for your pain.
Well, hello there. Thank you for joining us on a brand new episode of Paul Mash TV. I'm Paul Mash, of course, and we're getting better all the time. As a matter of fact, you've seen that our show has been more often than usual, and I want to thank a lot of my promoters out there that have made this happen, especially the newer ones. And we also appreciate your feedback. And if you would like to do that, or if you're a band or solo artist and like to be on the show, we'd love to have you. Just email me. That's pmashtv, all one word, at gmail.com. And you'll always get a response. And we'll see what we can do there. And you can also like me on Facebook, facebook.com/PaulMashTV. And you can join in on the conversations there, inbox me there. And you can also follow me on Instagram. That's instagram.com/PaulMashTV official. And obviously right now you're probably watching us on YouTube, so just click that subscribe button right down there. And you'll keep up with all the latest episodes whenever they become available. So if you haven't done that, we hope that you'll do that for us. And we have a closing credit screen at the end of the show, so just watch for that. And be sure to get a pen and paper, write down anything. And hope to see you there. Right now, from Sydney, Australia, we have Tiffany Gow, and a very talented artist. And just this very day, she released a new music video. And you'll be able to see it right here. And we'll get to that in just a moment. But before we do, here's a commercial from ClickJam, as usual, so stay tuned. We'll be right back.
Whenever it's time to gas up, always keep in mind to dream big and go hard. Log on to clickjam.com and sign up today. And hey, you can always count on us. clickjam.com.
Well, hello everybody. It's interview time here on Paul Mash TV, and we have Tiffany Gow from Sydney, Australia with us. Thanks for joining us, Tiffany.
Oh, thank you very much for having me, Paul. It's awesome.
Yeah, I know we've been trying to have you on the show for quite some time, but I'm glad we finally worked it out. So
beautiful. Oh no, I'll always make the time. So thank you.
Okay.
Thank you.
Well, I ask this question a lot because everyone has their own story. But why don't you tell me a little bit about why you decided to become a musician? I mean, everybody, like as I said, everybody has their own story. So let me hear your story.
I've been recording for roughly about 10 to 12 years. And I got into the whole music industry through some beautiful friends of mine who said, you have an amazing voice and you really need to do something about it. So I did, literally. I took their advice and I went and got some singing lessons from some professional teachers. And then I was very fortunate to discover a website called Cellaband.com. Unfortunately, Cellaband doesn't exist anymore, but basically it was a musician crowdfunding website specifically for musicians. And long story short, I was very fortunate to raise US $50,000 to record my second album, and it's taken off since then. I've got 2 albums, and I've released a track in 2017 called Broken, and I've literally today, as you know, released Never Get Over You, which I've just released a video, and it's going gangbusters. It's going amazing. So, yeah.
Right. Yeah,
Yes.
exactly. And of course, right after we finish the interview here, you'll get to see that video, and it just will premiere today, as she said. So we'll get a chance to see that in a moment.
Awesome.
Well, what are some of your influences? I mean, I'm sure there are a lot of bands that really inspired you to become a musician. Could you name a few? I'm sure you probably have more than...
Absolutely. Oh, there's literally like hundreds. But Funny enough, I just realised recently that female rock artists have a very big influence upon me. So you've got Amy Lee, Evanescence, she's amazing. Hayley from Paramore and Hailstorm. Ironically, all American. But all three of those bands and singers, yeah, I don't know. There's something, I just love my hard rock. I come from a very, my parents were both into heavy music. So I think I never stood a chance. I was always going to fall into the hard rock, kind of, genre. Yeah. So I love Bon Jovi as well. They're ironically my favorite band, but I find myself these days getting influenced more by bands like Evanescence and Paramore and bands like that. And even Breaking Benjamin is another band that I love. So, yeah. So, but there's heaps. There's even, Kiss, classic Kiss. Good old Kiss, with Gene and, yeah, there's lots. But those three bands I mentioned probably the most influential.
Yeah, of course, and like you say, Kiss is a very legendary band. They've been around since the 70s, so...
Yeah, my mum was a member of the Kiss Army, actually, like the big fan club, like from yonder years ago. And, yeah, she loved them. She had mounted posters and everything. So, yeah, I never stood a chance of liking any other music, really, but that's all good. Yeah.
Okay. Well, you mentioned that you had 2 albums there. Is there any way you can get those albums? Is it like on digital format, or can you actually order them?
Absolutely. You can get physical and digital. So all of my music is on iTunes, including the new single "Never Get Over You." And you can also go to cdbaby.com and Amazon and pretty much almost any digital retailer you can think of. But if you'd like a physical copy, you can go to CD Baby. Definitely. Oh. Yeah.
Okay. Well, this video we're getting ready to watch, Never Getting Over You, I think you said was the title. Is there a story behind that? Maybe you can talk a little bit about that song.
Sure. So this is the second track about my beautiful late mum. She passed away almost 5 years ago. She sadly had leukemia, so it was very, it was terminal. It was, we had 6 months with her, and I was very grateful for that. But she's sorely missed. She was my best friend. So it's, I was saying to a friend just recently, just because you've lost someone doesn't mean that you're over them, and you'll live forever through your entire life. There's an ongoing grieving process, so you never truly kind of get over losing someone. You just learn to cope and live life without them. So it's a beautiful tribute to her, and it's saying just because you're not here doesn't mean that our bond is broken. It's actually quite stronger. So you'll see that in the music video, and there's some amazing, beautiful, very personal photographs of her and I. Even myself as a baby. So yeah, it's a second tribute to my mum. So I'm sure she's smiling down and very happy. Yeah.
Yeah.
She's a movie star now. She's on the big screen.
Okay.
Because we shot it at a really luxurious cinema. I don't know what your equivalent would be, but over here we call them gold class. So you get waiters who come and serve you food, and there's a huge triple size screen, and so we shot it in this gold class cinema, and it was wow, it was amazing. Yeah.
Okay. All right. Well, as I said earlier in the show, we'll get to watch that in just a moment or two. But,
awesome.
I think that's about all I can think of for right now. And but we'd love to have you back sometime, Tiffany, if you ever want to come back. So
absolutely, love to come back. Love to come back. So I'd actually love to be in America sometime this century as well. So we're working on it. We're working on it. But I have been to the States twice. Absolutely love it. I totally get weak at the knees for Vegas, but that's another story. Can totally stay a few weeks in Vegas. But yeah, thank you very much for having me, Paul. I really appreciate wonderful support and sharing the official music video with everyone too. So
Yeah, it's
hi everybody.
it was a pleasure having you on, and
Awesome.
and everybody tells me the same thing, so I'm always glad to hear the feedback. So
yeah, no, you do a great job. Thank you.
All right, thank you very much for that. So
My pleasure.
here's that video, Never Getting Over You by Tiffany Gow. Again, it's a world premiere right here. It just released today, so let's watch that video.
Woo!
It was my birthday, expected joy call. The silence was deafening, too loud to ignore. Finally told me you were unwell. The thought of you dying was my living hell. Without your love to see the light, I will gladly trade a time. Take my life for yours, pretend I sacrificed it, I'm still young. Holding on for my dear life, letting go too time to fight. Take my life for yours, pretend I sacrificed it, I'm still young. I will never ever get over you, never get over you. Question why I am still here.